Is anybody in the house with me? Hello, good evening. Good evening, friends. Good evening, our women out there. Good evening on Facebook. Good evening here on YouTube Live. How is our weekend going? I hope we had a very lovely Saturday. Hello, 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 people. Good evening. How are we? I hope we are all doing fine wherever we are all over the world. Yes, we are still in the euphoria. Okay, good evening, Benjamin Babafemi Oloni Boko. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hooking up. I appreciate you. I will not take our time this evening. Of course, this is your one and only advocate online, or your online advocate, where you want to put it. I'm live in your faces this evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my people on Facebook. Yes, I'm here live with you. We are still basking in the euphoria of International Day of Girl Child. This is your one and only advocate online, Deborah Oluyemisi Collins. And I'm also here to share with us, yes, some of the gains that we've had so far, especially on the celebration of a girl child on the day that has been fixed by United Nations all over the world, celebrating a girl child. Yes, on the 11th of October, I think that was last week, Wednesday. Oh, it's this week because this is the weekend. Yes, this week, Wednesday, the whole world, as is usual of them, gather together to celebrate a girl child. And the need to celebrate a girl child is not far fetched, or the need to have a day solely fixed to celebrate a girl child. It's not far fetched. We know what has been the antecedents of the patriarchy system, of living a society that we've had over time. Girls together with women, because of course the transition between girlhood and womanhood is a very short one. If a girl is the flower today, the next thing you see, probably the girl put in family way, and the next thing is her innocence is gone, and she migrates quickly to motherhood or womanhood. Yes, Abiola Salami, thank you for watching. Femi Awoyomi, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. And I also want to say that I'm on YouTube live every evening just for 30 minutes to say one or two things about our agenda and the law. This evening, as I said, I'll be looking at the celebration behind, you know, the International Day of Girl Child, and probably the need for it. Why do we celebrate a girl child? Why would the United Nations even fix a date to celebrate a girl child? So thank you for coming up. Please kindly check me out on my YouTube channel, Debbie's World, Gender and the Law. Kindly help me share, the messages I've been preaching on it. Help me share, help me subscribe also, so that when I come on, you'll be notified that I'm on. Help me share it. Help me like it also. So kindly, even probably it's after I must have left, online, I must have left recording. You can help me check them out, the videos there, and you can help me like, share, and subscribe. Yes, Oluwade Covenant, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. So, the way I usually do it, I will talk for some time, at least using the English language, and I will shift to Yoruba language because, of course, our women, the women that we want to even reach, are those women that are interland. You can say many of them are not online. Yes, many of them are there, probably through their children. They usually come on. I see a whole lot of, I hear and I get a lot of thumb up and accolade for some of these women. We see you online. Thank you for saying this. Thank you for saying that. And I appreciate the fact that I get comments, though loved, yes, Oluwade, thank you. Thank you so much. I would have loved such comments to be passed, here, to be written here. Like I said, I would love feedbacks. What do you actually want me to talk about? I have, of course, I have what I had lined up, like paternity fraud, desertion, abandonment, uh, child custody, and a whole lot, that pertains to our women, and that I know, of course, what the law has said about them, and I know a lot of women will find beneficial. Question, probably what had women had undergone in the past, what they had gone through, their experiences, even you as a husband, your experience with um your woman, your girl child, your daughter, and probably what they had experienced, and you feel, what does the law say about it? Kindly bring them on, comments, and let's also share experiences. While we share experiences, if there are questions, we can also share solutions to them. Yes, Bradley Chapman, thank you so much for coming on to and for watching. So this evening I said, the International Day of Girl Child was celebrated this week, Wednesday, 11th of October, 2023. And it is an annual event. It usually come up every 11th of October every year. We celebrate a girl child. But the theme of this year is quite spectacular. It is invest in a girl child's rights, our well-being, our leadership, our well-being. I think that's the theme. Invest in a girl child's rights, our leadership, our well-being. A girl child's right is also a human right. A girl child's right is a human right. A human right is a child right. These are rights that are basic. These are inalienable rights. Some of these rights, though, as enshrined in different countries' constitution, some of them, they are what will be given to a child. I mean, it is as a matter of course. In fact, if they are inalienable, a girl child should be well educated. There is no controversy about that. Yes, Michael Oluwafemi Obanikoro. Thank you, sir, for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming online and thank you for joining me here. I appreciate you, sir. So, a girl's child right is a human right. A girl should be well educated. In fact, when you see the statistics have shown that at the primary school, girls, girls are always brighter in terms of reading, in terms of studying, They always exhibit brightness even more than the boys. And this they take up probably when they get to secondary school, the distractions are there. But when they are well tutored and they are followed up, they tend to do more, than the boys, because even at that tender age, they take on themselves some responsibilities and obligations to show that, of course, they are responsible. But I won't be going there. That theme, as you know, was um, put out by the United Nations this year. Invest in a girl's rights, our leadership, our well-being. When we look out there, a whole lot of girls, you know, are abused. They are subject to a lot of abuse, both physical, emotional, financial abuse, a whole lot of abuse. Thank you, Bradley. Yes, girls are generally more intelligent than boys. Thank you. These are our E for she. Thank you so much. Probably you must have experienced that, yes. And it is the truth. Then you find that even these days, our elites are the culprits. Many of them, once they marry, probably one, two children, you know, join them as a family, and they find out that those children are girls. The next thing they start telling the woman is, if you don't have, I need a progenitor. I need a boy. If you don't give me a boy, I'll rather look for such a boy elsewhere. These are what we find these days. In fact, when I sit on mediation, I'll tell you 20% of some of those issues that we sit on border on, oh, because I can't have boys, I can't have boy child for my husband. He has started misbehaving. He's giving me attitude, saying he wants to go out. He said he wants to do this and that. To the extent that even such children, such child or children in the home will perceive that there are issues between a mom and the dad. So what kind of investments, you know, are we doling out to such children? From their tender age, they start experiencing issues, in the home. We find, I, of course, as a prosecutor, I've come to see a lot of fathers abusing their girl children or girls in the home, or even mothers neglecting such children because they are girls, neglecting their own words because they are girls, that they feel until they have a boy they can't even do so much for such a girl. So these are some of the issues that we have on our hands these days. What do we invest in our girls? What do we invest in our girls as a society, as a father, as a church, as a mosque? What do we invest in our girls? Do you give your girls leadership role to perform? Do you look after the well-being of such girls? During, I think it was on Thursday, I learned from a fellow lawyer that a girl child, 11 years, was abused by her cousin, a 19-year-old boy. And the parents, why they came, of course, the parent did not know. It was because they went on sensitization to that school that they find out that it was because they went on sensitization to that school that they find out that, the girl was able to confess and confide in them that my cousin had been abusing me in our house, and they sent for our parents. By the time the parents, came to the school, all they were after was to bail the cousin out. In fact, that was the reason why their girl was not even confiding in them. That was the reason the girl was not able to tell, because I can't even think about it. I can't fathom it. Why a child will not be able to tell her parents what she's been experiencing, and they will have to hear it from an outsider. Because when they came, according to this sister, when they came to school, what they were begging for is, they don't want this matter to go out. They don't want it. They are not even, they don't have that empathy. They don't have, I don't know what I will, the way I will put it. They don't even feel for the girl. That I mean, the trauma the girl must have been going through. Because for such a girl to even speak out to stranger, telling them what she's experiencing, then it's a lot issue that, as a society we need to look at. What are we really investing in these girls? The neglect of our girls. See Milo with Kushi. Recently I watched a video where the girls, I think police rounded them up at a party. And what did they find with them? Drugs. Milo that has been laced with drugs. Yes, Oluade says, if I'm having the premonition that my child doesn't belong to me, what's your advice? While I will not appreciate trauma attached. Okay, okay. We will talk about paternity fraud very, very soon. In fact, probably we'll start taking some of these topics from next week. Oluade, thank you so much for, giving a contribution here and dropping these comments. I appreciate you. Yes, from next week, by the grace of God, I start, with some of these, because paternity fraud can even take us like 2 weeks or 3. Back to what I was saying. Whatever we invest in a girl child as a society, say train a girl, you train a society. Train a girl, you train a society. Whatever we invest in our girls today will dictate what our society will turn out to be in the nearest future. So when we don't invest in our girls to take up leadership roles, when we don't invest in our girls to look after their well-being, because of course a girl that you look after today becomes a mother tomorrow. So whatever we invest in our girls today will dictate what they will be tomorrow. This is the theme for this year. And I want to beg us, even as our if or she's, as our fathers, as our husbands, and as our brothers, let's try and invest well into the life of these girls, because it is when we do that that we know in the nearest future we get a sane society. Yes, good evening, Isaac Olubenga Ogufayo. Thanks for always dropping by. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, so whatever we invest, and you see, it is even our elites that are guilty of this. When we bring back this our former patriarchy lifestyle, you know, that relegates our girls to the background. We say that, the world has gone ahead, but of course, in some of this our society, we still find a lot of, things going on that are not so good for our girls. So, in fact, even in some Yoruba society here in Southwest, we still find families saying their girls' child should stay home for the boys to go to school, because of course they can't mop or take care financially of sending, both their boys and the girls to school. So thank you so much, Isaac Ogunfayo. So, what we are trying to look at, the theme for this year's International Day of Girl Child, because of course we are still in the euphoria of, the celebration. And I want to implore our fathers, our fathers, our husbands, that let us invest and sow, the right things into the life of these our girls' children. Let us invest right attitude. Let us invest in them educationally. Ask your girl child how she feels. Be very close with your words. But that is not to neglect the boy child. That is not what I am saying. It is not to neglect the boy's child. I hope soonest will be having International Day of Boy Child. So, very soon. I hope we will have that. So Bradley is saying, what can be the reason for this? Why are these things still happening? We can already see the benefits of investing in a female child. A child can become great regardless of gender. Thank you. So what are their reasons now? Okay, so what are their reasons? How could I know? A whole lot of them do not want to invest in girl child because they believe the reason will be a girl will always end up in the kitchen. A girl will not bear my name, will not project, will not bear my name. She will marry and bear her husband's name. A girl will not be in my house forever. I don't know whether the boys stay in their father's house forever. So a girl will not stay in my house forever. A girl will go marry. Whatever a girl has she will still end up in the kitchen. Even the elites have this time, this um thinking, they think along this line. And these are some of the reasons. So if you don't want to move away from the stereotypes, this is what we have. But this year, of course, the theme of the United Nations is invest in a girl's child rights. The right of a girl, the right to be well educated, the right to be looked after very well, the right to be well fed, and many of such rights like that. So, and I'm also saying, if you are a girl child and you are watching me and you feel your rights are limited by one thing or the other in the home, kindly reach out to me. Reach out to me. Let me know what you have been denied of, and we can wade into it and help you out. Ẹ kalẹ́ o, torí mo ti ní mi nígbà àkókò wa. Ọgbọ̀n ìṣẹ́jú, ogójì ìṣẹ́jú, a máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ yìí sílẹ̀ lọ́sẹ̀ yìí. A tún máa lọ mú ọ̀rọ̀ míì ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀. And it's likely, ó dẹ̀ ṣeé ṣe pé bí wọ́n Olúadé ti béèrè wípé tí ó béèrè ìbéèrè kan kí n tó lọ sí nǹkan tí a ti ń sọ ní èdè òyìnbó. Ó béèrè ìbéèrè kan wípé tó bá jẹ́ pé èèyàn kan rí i pé ọmọ òun kọ́ ni ìyàwó òun ti ń gbé fún òun láti ọjọ́ yìí wá, kí ni kóun ṣe lábẹ́ òfin. I love that. Àwọn nǹkan tí à ń sọ nìyí, pé ká béèrè. Ká ní ohun tí ó ní, if I'm having the premonition, ká ní mo ti ń rò ó pé ọmọ tí ìyàwó ń gbé fún òun, ká ní ọmọ yẹn kò ń ṣe ọmọ òun, kí ni advice wa máa jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí amòfin orí afẹ́fẹ́. Ẹ káalẹ́ o, amòfin yín orí afẹ́fẹ́ ló ń kí yín lálẹ́ yìí. Orúkọ mi ni Deborah Olúyẹmisí Collins. Èmi ni mò ń kí yín tí mò ń ṣe yín pẹ̀lẹ́. Nǹkan tá à ń sọ lálẹ́ yìí gangan ni pé ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí a ṣe àjọyọ̀ ọmọbìnrin ní gbogbo àgbáyé nítorí ọjọ́ 11 oṣù kẹwàá nínú ọdún lọ́dọọdún la máa ń ṣe àjọyọ̀ àwọn obìnrin. Àmì ọmọbìnrin òun là ń pè ní International Day of Girl Child. Ní káàkiri àgbáyé ni a ti ń ṣe àjọyọ̀ yìí. A máa ń mú wá kí ni àwọn nǹkan tí àwọn ọmọbìnrin kí ni wọ́n ń kojú, kí ni wàhálà wọn, kí ni àwọn nǹkan tí pàápàá jùlọ ní àwùjọ wa. Ní ọdún yìí, àkòrí àjọyọ̀ náà ni pé ká ṣe ìdókòwò ká ṣe ìdókòwò sí ayé àwọn ọmọbìnrin wa ká fún wọn ní agbára láti ṣe adarí, ká sì fún wọn ká ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ fún wọn láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n dúró déédéé. Bí mi ò bá sọ dáadáa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, bí wọ́n ṣe sọ nìyẹn, wọ́n ní pé invest, kéèyàn bá invest ó dókòwò nìyẹn o. Invest in a girl's child rights, our leadership, bí wọ́n ṣe máa darí, our well-being, bí wọ́n ṣe máa wà dáadáa, tán máa dúró déédéé. Emmanuel Olaniyi Alao, my brother, my very good brother, I appreciate you, thank you so much. Ahmed Moromoke, Sisi wa, how are you? Ṣé dáadáa ni? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Please, I want you people to help me also just drop by my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Gender and the Law. Debbie's World. Debbie, Debby apostrophe S, Debbie's World, Gender and the Law. So, bá a ṣe ń sọ lọ, nǹkan tá à ń sọ nípa bí a ṣe ṣe àjọyọ̀ fún àwọn ọmọbìnrin wa ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí, ní ọjọ́rú tó kọjá, ìyẹn ọjọ́ Wednesday. Gbogbo nǹkan tí a dẹ̀ ń sọ ni pé tá a bá fi gbogbo ara dókòwò sínú àwọn ọmọbìnrin wa, tá a ṣe ìṣúná lórí wọn, tá a ṣe dáadáa fún wọn, àwọn ọmọ náà ni àwọn ọmọbìnrin náà ni ló máa ń di àwọn ìyá lọ́la tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe dáadáa. Ṣùgbọ́n a rí i pé láàárín àwọn ọ̀mọ̀wé wa gan, ó pọ̀ láàárín wọn tó jẹ́ pé tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ ìyàwó, tí obìnrin yẹn bá ti ń bí ọmọ kan, ọmọ méjì tó ti ń jẹ́ obìnrin, wọ́n á ti máa rò lọ́kàn wọn pé báwo ni ó ṣe máa bí obìnrin? Ó gbọ́dọ̀ bí ọkùnrin o, ọkùnrin tó máa jẹ́ orúkọ mi later, ọkùnrin tó máa lè dúró tì mí nílé. Yes, Bradley is saying, when the proof is already there, why are the stereotypes still so prevalent? Well, this is what the society, our culture is still in depth, is innate in us. And except we separate ourselves from these cultural tendencies, we will still be having the issue of the stereotypes. We still be having issues on this stereotypic, tendency, thinking this is the way it has always been. The place of girl child is always in the kitchen. Even when we have seen examples of some of these women leading very well, exhibiting a very high quality leadership roles. The way it has, she's a woman. Then some even religion will say, woman cannot lead, cannot come and lead me. And this is what even some men that are well-read, that are educated, they are not supposed to think that way. But because the culture, that is the way, it has always been. We've been raised in a patriarchal community, patriarchal society. We feel that is the way it's supposed to be, and it should continue that way. It is our he for she. Good evening, my chair emeritus, Mrs. Oluwatoyin Ojo-Odoayo. I thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping by. So this had been, the stereotypic tendencies that we have. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. So mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ ní èdè Yorùbá torí mo ti yí sí Yorùbá báyìí fún àwọn obìnrin wa wípé àwọn ọmọbìnrin wa ẹ jẹ́ ká tọ́jú wọn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni mo sọ nípa story kan tí mo bá pàdé ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí, tí àwọn obìnrin àwọn kan lọ sí ilé ìwé kan láti lọ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ní ọjọ́ àjọyọ̀ ọmọbìnrin náà ni. Tí ọmọbìnrin yẹn ní láti máa bá àwọn total stranger, àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n kàn wá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nílé ìwé wọn, àwọn yẹn ló ní láti sọ̀rọ̀ jáde fún pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kan o, cousin mi kan o, ó ń bá mi ṣe àlòpọ̀ kò tọ́. Ọmọ ọdún 11, a girl child, 11-year-old girl child, tí ọmọ 19 years àbí 20 years tó ń bá ṣe kò tọ́ nínú ilé. Meanwhile, lábẹ́ àwọn òbí ẹ̀ ni, àwọn òbí ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń ṣerú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn fún àtọ̀. and irú àwọn òbí yẹn mọ̀ máa sọ pé àwọn ń dókòwò ní ọmọ àwọn, ṣe báwọn ń ran níléèwé. Ọmọ tí kò lè bá wọn sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ń ṣe mí, ọmọ tí kò lè sọ fún wọn pé nǹkan báyìí ń ṣe mí o, mọ́mì mi, dádì mi, nǹkan báyìí lẹ́ni yìí ṣe fún mi, you know. So irú nǹkan wo ni wọ́n invest nínú life ọmọbìnrin yẹn? And they think this invest in a girl child, our leadership, our well-being. Some parents, even when they have boys and girls, they will never allow their girl child to take leadership role, to do certain things. All they say, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. You know you are a girl, you cannot do it. So you allow your brother to do it. This is what we find in our society now. This is what we find around now. Despite the fact that, yes, we are well read, àti kàwé o, a kàwé, baálé kàwé, ìyàwó náà kàwé. Obìnrin yẹn gan nígbà míì tó bá bí ọmọ àkọ́kọ́ tó jóbìnrin, tó bá fi máa bí kejì tó jóbìnrin báyìí, ẹsẹ̀ á ti máa gbọ̀n. Á ní báwo ló ń ṣe máa ṣe? Òun gbọ́dọ̀ ní ọmọkùnrin. Ọkọ náà ti máa sọ fún pé ó jẹ́ lọ́mọ bí wàá ṣe ṣe. Láìmọ̀ ìyẹn náà dẹ̀ sì máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ létà. Láìmọ̀ pé ọkùnrin gangan onídónà tó ń fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ ní nǹkan tó máa bí síta, torí nǹkan tá a bá fọn fún fèrè ni fèrè máa fọn jáde. Bẹ̀sírò obìnrin yẹn náà máa gbọ̀n. Ọkùnrin tó lóun kàwé tó lóun lọ́gbọ́n orí náà máa sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé tó o bá ti mọ ọmọkùnrin wá o, mọ̀ pé ẹsẹ̀ ń gbọ̀n nínú ilé yìí o. So at the end of the day, even such girl children, they will not invest in them. Wọn ò ní fún wọn ní nǹkan tó tọ́ láti jẹ́ kí irú àwọn ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kí wọ́n dàgbà pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́, kán dàgbà pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó yẹ kí wọ́n dàgbà pẹ̀lú. Wọn ò ní fún wọn. Ìyẹn là ń gbé yẹ̀wò lálẹ́ yìí, pé ká consider nǹkan tí international community. Yes, Bradley, thank you this evening for your contribution. Saying the man's XY chromosome is what determines the sex of the child. Yes, but a lot of men do not know. A lot of men do not know. We will talk about this later. You know, it determines why our women, because some of our women, in fact, this gives a lot of women depression. Women to kàwé o, women that are well read, women that are elites in the society, our men that are elites in the society, you know, they don't know that they are the donors. And they will keep telling the woman, if you don't bring this. So at the end of the day, it bounces on the girl child in the home. Of course, she will not be well raised in love. She will not be well looked after. So how do you want such a girl that has not been well looked after, that was not given a loving environment to grow and lead? Do we want such a child to grow and lead? Thank you, Bradley. If I'm enjoying your contribution. You are our hero this night, he for she. Thank you so much. So this àwọn nǹkan tá à ń sọ ní àwọn obìnrin wa míì gan kì í ṣe àwọn ìyá ọlọ́jà o, kì í ṣe àwọn ìyá aláta ní ọjà o, kì í ṣe àwọn ìyá oní mẹ́ẹ́mẹ́ẹ́ o. Àwọn obìnrin wa tí à rò pé wọ́n kàwé, wọ́n lọ́gbọ́n orí, àwọn ọkùnrin wa tá à rò pé wọ́n kàwé, wọ́n lọ́gbọ́n orí, àwọn gangan tá bá jókòó lórí àwọn ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ míì ní pé à ń pẹ̀tù sáwọ̀ láàrin ọkọ àti ìyàwó, ọ̀pọ̀ ìdá kan nínú 5 ọ̀rọ̀ ló máa ń bọ́ sórí pé obìnrin ló ń bì, kí ló ń bì. Yes, thank you, my brother Isaac Olugbenga Ogunfaye. XY chromosome is male, yes, and XX chromosome is female. Yes. So these are the issues. This is what I feel our women should know. This year's theme is invest in a girl's child rights. And ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọbìnrin, ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọnìyàn ni, ẹ̀tọ́ gbogbo ayé ni, gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ tí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n bá lè rí gbà, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ènìyàn, ẹ̀tọ́ yẹn náà ló wà fún ọmọbìnrin. ẹ̀tọ́ ká tọ́ wọn dáadáa, ẹ̀tọ́ ká fìfẹ́ hàn sí wọn, ẹ̀tọ́ pé kí wọ́n dàgbà ní àwùjọ tó jẹ́ tọ́ wọn dáadáa, ẹ̀tọ́ ká fìfẹ́ hàn sí wọn, ẹ̀tọ́ pé kí wọ́n dàgbà ní àwùjọ tó jẹ́ pé á fìfẹ́ hàn sí wọn, ẹ̀tọ́ pé kí wọ́n lọ sílé ìwé kán dẹ̀ kàwé dójú àmì dé ibi tán bá fẹ́, ẹ̀tọ́ pé a ò gbọ́dọ̀ fi ẹ̀tọ́ wọn dùn wọ́n lọ́nàkọnà, ẹ̀tọ́ pé a ò gbọ́dọ̀ hùwà ipá sí wọn. Àwọn ẹ̀tọ́ wọ̀nyí ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀. So mi ò ní, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọjọ́ ti lọ, ẹ má bínú, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn nǹkan tá a gbé yẹ̀wò yìí, mo rò í pé lálẹ́ yìí nígbà tí ó bá go viral, táwọn èèyàn bá mọ̀, wọ́n á mọ̀ pé ẹ̀tọ́ obìnrin, ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọbìnrin, ẹ̀tọ́ gbogbo ayé ni. Until next week, Saturday, when I come to your face again, or faces again, and we'll discuss another topic. And next week, I think we'll be taking on paternity fraud. Since one of my viewers had raised this question, we'll be bringing paternity fraud. If you think that this is happening, how do you go about it? What does the law say about it? I thank you for coming and dropping by. I appreciate you always. Thank you. This is your Advocate Online signing off this evening, Deborah Oluyemise Collins. I'll see you next week. Peace out. Thank you. Bye.